Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again on an episode of Raising Rain. It's been so much fun hanging out with you guys. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? This is YouTube. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and yeah, the link is free to share, so share it with as many people as possible. Today on set, I am joined by a very special guest. She is auntie to my husband, and we're gonna be discussing the topic of from mom to grandma, meaning she's a mom and also a grandma, and I can't wait to delve into the episode. But before we do, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok at Raising Rain, and feel free to comment below. Tell us what you liked most about the season or what you liked most about the episode. And before, as we go on, let me introduce our guest for today. No, let her introduce herself. She'll tell us her name, and Mama.
Okay, thanks. My name is Rosemary Wambui. I am a mother and I'm also a grandmother.
Yes.
So I want to dwell on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show.
hmm
Uh,
It's my pleasure.
yeah, it's gonna be a lovely conversation.
Mm.
And we'll just dive right into it.
Mhm.
Um, when you first became a mom,
Mhm.
what was your life like at that time?
Well, I think I have to point out that I was a teenager, a very young girl,
Okay.
younger than you
Mm-hmm.
or him.
Mm-hmm.
So as a teenager, I was still very young. I was not so exposed to life.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say I had my mother there also. So she really assisted me because those days the mothers assisted a lot more than today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had a close relationship with your mom?
I had a close relationship being the last born.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're the last one.
So I was still at home. You know,
Yeah.
last borns,
Mm-hmm.
they don't live at home.
Yeah,
The
they
mothers don't allow them
the
to leave
mama's
home.
baby.
Yeah. So I was still there, and she really, I think that was a plus for me because she really assisted me on that line.
Okay. Were you still in school?
No, I'd
You all
already finished, though I was in college.
Okay.
Because if I talk about my life, I started school very early at an earlier age than usual.
Okay, so you even
So I was
finished.
still young and I've finished school.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But normally, people of that age are still in school.
Yeah, and they are babies,
They are
especially the
babies.
last born.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So being a last born was a big advantage for me
Okay.
because we played the part of grandmother and mother to the child.
Okay.
So she never missed both.
Both.
Mm.
Okay. Were you able to continue with your studies all the
Yes.
with your college?
After college, my mother was an educator also.
Mm-hmm.
She worked in the social system then, which was very strong that time. So now she took me back because I'd already done first year, so I continued my college, second
Okay.
and third year.
And she paid for your fees and all.
She was assisting, yeah.
Oh,
She was
that is so
assisting.
nice.
Mm.
Moms are the best. How did
No.
motherhood feel for you in those early days, especially now that you've told us you were a teen?
Financially, it was restrained because, as you see now, I was still in school and I was struggling. And my mother also had other
Responsibilities.
yeah, the responsibilities were many because my mother had 8 kids. So you can imagine now, she was
Yeah.
really struggling.
Yeah.
She was working, but she's struggling.
Mm.
So financially, it was restraining. But I can say that the advantage of having a child as a young girl, you grow together.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You
Yeah.
play. You know you are still playing
Yeah.
because you are still young.
True.
So you play even with your, you're not as serious.
Yeah.
That
You know,
it's
you're
another.
growing
I
up
think
together.
it's an advantage.
And what about your dad? Was he in the picture?
My father was always working out of out of Nairobi, because we lived in Nairobi. So now my father did not play a big part. I can't say he really played a big part, because
Okay.
most of the time he was working out of Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was you and your mom. Were there other siblings?
There
Ama
were,
all of them had moved out.
all of them had moved out. So I was remaining with my mother. I mean, being the last born, I think the culture was stronger, that the last born just
Yeah.
sticks around. It's not that you stay forever, but
Yeah.
you take care of your mother. So me, I was taking care of my mother, because now she was at her elderly age, and she was taking care of me and
Okay.
my child. So it was a balanced kind of relationship.
Okay.
We were both benefiting.
What was happening in your life when you decided to travel abroad? Because at some point in your life, you decided to travel abroad. What was happening, and what made you choose to leave, and how hard was the decision?
Okay, I think, okay, it was a decision that came very fast. Okay, I'd always thought about it, but it really came that time because my daughter was also finishing her Form 4, and I really wanted her to move abroad for the university, which I had been told that the university is free in Germany. You only pay the insurance.
Okay.
So I knew it would be easier for me there as a mother, as a single mother, than here.
Okay.
Because here was, I knew it would be expensive. So I really wanted at that time to go. But unfortunately, when I had to go first and then look for the university, and then she joins me. But unfortunately, when I went there, I got the university, yes. But the father said no. She has to do the studies here.
Yeah.
So she joined USIU.
Okay.
So I could not come back because I had spent a lot of
Yeah.
money. So I was like, now, actually it confused me a little, but I decided, okay, let me stay here so that I can be sending money for the university in Kenya.
Okay.
And I think it worked well. We used to communicate often. I don't think I missed out as a mother, because we were communicating often. We had a very easy relationship. I created an easy relationship with my daughter, not
Okay.
that strict and do
Okay,
this, do
yeah.
that. More like a sister because of the age.
Yeah, also, yeah.
Yeah, so it was flowing good, not so good because I'm sure she was missing the mother, but me, I was doing my best also there to balance
Okay.
that issue.
And who was she living with here in Kenya, with her dad?
Here in Kenya, my mother was still
Oh,
alive.
she was still
My
with the
mother had
mom.
a house in
Okay.
Nairobi, so I knew that she could survive there
Okay.
while, and then later, she lived with my sister, who was, at least I knew she could maneuver with my sister and my mother.
Yeah. Okay. What kept you going during that season apart from your daughter?
Okay, apart from my daughter, it is her who kept me going, really. Let me just say that. Because I knew that I was doing something that in future would bring some positive life to her.
Yeah.
So that is what kept me going. And what kept me going is I've always been the type who, when I want to do something, I want it to succeed. I don't want it to, I decide, okay, now this is, no, I wanted it to succeed, and I worked hard on it.
Okay. So it's something you had set your mind to, and you are intent
Because I
on
found
being
myself, as I
successful.
told you earlier,
Yeah.
I found myself in that situation.
It's
But
not
you
the
make the
plan.
best. I
Yeah.
knew I learned that you make the best of your situation where
True.
you are in that place. You have to try to make it, as comfortable and as good as you can.
Okay. What was your first big culture shock when you moved to Germany in terms of parenting?
There were many. culture, everything was a culture shock. Because now the life there, they live their own lives. The integration, I did an integration course so that for 1 year, so that I could understand how they, you have to also learn people's culture,
Yeah.
their food, what they like, how they behave, and even how they dress or how they take people. Germany is known for, well, Germany is you have to be like, they have an individual kind of life.
It's not community based.
Yeah,
like
it's not
here.
community based, though they
Okay.
have a lot so many organizations that are there to assist, if assist everything, nearly
Okay.
everything. But it's you have to get used to just living alone
Oh, they don't
and
have.
doing everything alone.
Oh.
And there are no house girls there or
Okay.
house, there's no sister, no brother there for you, or grandmother or mother.
It's you.
So you have to learn
Okay.
to do if you have a child, you have to take that child to school in the morning. You have to make sure, we dress in winter clothes.
Yeah.
You have to dress that child. Then maybe you're going 1 hour to your work. The distance sometimes is like 1 hour or half an hour. So you have to drive or take a train. Mostly people like using trains there more than driving. So now you work until 3. You have to plan and time yourself.
Okay.
So go by 4, you pick your child, and then that's a life.
So
there.
it's you and yourself and your
You have
children.
to be self-sufficient, everything, even decisions. You have to learn to make decisions by yourself. Everything, yeah.
Okay. Wow. How did living abroad change you as a woman and as a mother?
It changed me a lot because you learn so many things that are not practiced here. Some are positive, some are negative. So maybe you can try to take up the positive ones and you follow your culture. We also have good cultures, so you try not to change. Okay, I told myself I don't want to change so much.
You still wanted to remain true to...
Yes, I wanted still to remain who I was brought up by, because there was a reason why your parents brought you up in that kind of... I'm sure they erased the bad culture and they brought you up with the
good,
and also the Christian values.
Yeah.
And I found them better than the ones there, because we have also that kind of Christian background, and then you have your cultures that this is the way you should follow, and this is So that helped me a lot.
Did it change you, the way you parent your child?
Yes, because we are parenting. People used to say you are parenting through the phone, through the through the laptop, but it used to work somehow. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm sure my daughter felt. Sometimes, here she's meeting people with their mothers.
And her mom is not around.
And the mother is not. So I'm sure at times I'm sure she would feel like that kind of
like she missed
void.
You so much.
Yeah, the void was there.
Okay.
But we tried, both of us, to make it work.
Okay.
The good thing is she used to behave like she understands why things are there. Like she would not think, to feel like she's been neglected. Yeah. So she used to sometimes tell me that she's not okay, but she used to understand.
Okay. When you reunited with your daughter, what was the transition like? Did you feel like you had to get to know each other again?
Yeah, you have to, everything is start, even that abroad. When you move abroad, you have to start from fresh, from a fresh start.
Okay.
You cannot go and start, you have to start from somewhere. So when I came back, which I had already psyched myself that I have to start from from the beginning. I mean, I have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
I won't just come and think, oh, okay,
We pick up where we
where
left.
years ago where we,
Yeah.
you talk like, you know, you have to change the way you, because it's a grown up now,
Yeah.
and maybe she has children, so you know that you have to change your, she's not a child.
Yeah.
She's not a child anymore.
True. How did your relationship with your daughter change as she became an adult?
It changed because children nowadays, it's not like our times, they want their space. They really need that space.
Yeah.
So since that one I already knew because I'd lived in Europe. So children there are given their space. They leave home when they're about 18 or 17.
Wow, that's
because they
young.
have to go to the college where they
Yeah.
have to share rooms and all that kind of college life.
Okay.
So from there they'll go from their job.
And then they
work.
won't come back.
They won't come back. So I already psyched myself to know that. Yeah, to know that according to that, I have to practice it. I always want to practice also what I learned there, and I bring it up with our Kenyan kind of way life.
What have you had to unlearn in order to parent an adult child respectfully?
What I had to unlearn is, as I said before, the giving of space. Don't push your daughter. You know, you have a generation gap. So allow that generation gap to be positive, not negative. Because there are things also, she was not there in your times. She was not there. So regarding that, you also have to move with the times. You have to try to be in this kind of life. You have to move with the time. Yes. So you have to fit into her place, and you move on that kind of current. Yeah.
Do you still have does she still come to you as a mom, like maybe for advice and how do you create a safe space for her to feel like, yes, she's an adult, yes, but you're still the mom, so, and you know more than she does because you have more life experience.
So now, because I created that long time, you have to start from long time. As I told you earlier, I created because I was very young when I had her, so we had like a sister relationship, mother, you know. So from there, henceforth, till to date, she will still come with that kind of openness. So she's not afraid. I've never given her that kind of, like, she's not, I'm not that kind of mother that she'll be afraid to tell some things. She's open to me in any topic. So and I created that. That one you have to create very, very early, at an earlier age. So now when you create it, it will move forward up to the end, because now she'll be coming to you for any advice, anything, even when she lacks a girlfriend to share her anything, even when she about husband or boyfriend, or she'll always come to you because you create that. But that you have to be very careful. You have to create it. Don't be that mother who, you know, you become so rigid and all that. It will never come. Yeah, in future it will never come.
Sour. How did you feel when you found out you were going to be a grandma?
Let me say I was ready for it, because I was even, you know, as mothers, we start our daughters very early. Like, when are you?
When are you?
We start by when are you getting married, and then we go to when are you?
Is the baby coming?
So it's not something like, it didn't come as a surprise or anything. It's something I'd been longing for. So when it came. I was really, really glad, and I just praise God for that.
Were you in Germany, or had you come back to Kenya?
I was in Germany.
Okay.
But as I told you, there's nothing. We used to video call every day. There's no
Okay.
wedding or funeral I missed out.
Okay.
We used to, thanks to the technology,
Mm-hmm.
we used to, okay, before the technology, it was a problem because
Okay.
I remember we
only
used to
phone
call
calls.
10 minutes, I don't know what, though I used to try and calling, more often,
Okay.
but later it opened up to so many things.
Okay. That's interesting because even for me, my mom is not in the country.
Okay.
So when I got pregnant, I was kind of worried because like my mom is not in the country. How will
where
we
will you
keep up?
receive the
Yeah.
maternal? It's
Yeah.
very,
So, but it's been easy because of technology. She used to
yeah.
video call me at the time, call me.
Even
So I didn't feel alone.
even twice a day,
Yeah, even
on
twice a
video
day.
call,
Yeah, true.
and see the weather is, very,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing now
True.
you'll even know whatever is happening.
So I also didn't feel like um, my mom was missing out or I was missing out.
Because it happened like that during this technology. Yeah.
True, true.
But before it was,
It would have
it
been
would
hard.
have been very hard. Yeah.
How is caring for your grandkids different from raising your daughter?
Okay, the generation, I also embrace the fact that the generation of children nowadays, you can't really tell them what to do. It's not like when we had our children and you are the control. You have, do
Yeah.
this, go to the bathroom, don't know what, eat, food is. But the children nowadays, you have to converse with them. Like, are you hungry? Is it okay for you to have a bath now? Yeah, you have to. You have
It's
to.
not commanding and okaoge.
She'll tell you why. They always ask you
Yeah,
why.
true.
If you say,
True.
go to the why? They always have that kind. So
Yeah.
and that is the way they are. You
It's
can't.
the new generation.
It's a new generation. There's no way. I always tell mothers that there's no way you can bring our old or our mothers old to, bringing up of children to this generation.
True.
You can't. You have to
Adapt.
ask them, inquire from them, and why are you so angry? What is making you? Why do you look so sober? And that kind of thing.
Wow.
You have to do that.
What rules were you strict with about your daughter that you happily break with your grandchildren?
Exactly that I said, because in my time, we were telling children what to do. It's like, do this. Go
And
to
there's no room for conversation.
That time, it was like you're I don't know which kind of a child you are. You can't listen to your mom. That kind of
And then
thing.
that time kuna kiboko, so you could
and
pick
those
up
days,
a nini.
you are beaten. Your neighbor will tell you, yesterday he was also beaten, so you think it's normal.
Yeah.
We used to think it's normal to be you go to school,
You're
you will be beaten again if you're late 2 minutes, 5
Yeah.
minutes. And then it was like normal. We were never traumatized. People think we were, like when I was in Europe, they used to mention that a lot. That you people beat children. I don't know, you traumatized. I said we were not traumatized. We thought it was normal.
Yeah, it was discipline.
It was discipline. And tomorrow when you go to school, your case is better.
Yeah.
The other one was beaten with a muiko or whatever.
Wow.
With what you call it in. Muiko is an African.
Yeah.
I don't know the name in.
I don't know if they have an English word
Because
for
it's
it.
not an African food that you use it for African food.
True.
So you realize, mine is even, we were never traumatized. I've never heard somebody saying the discipline traumatized. Yeah.
Plus, it was necessary. Otherwise, children would have been very, very watukutu. especially boys. I think if you don't discipline boys can be naughty.
Yeah.
So you need to put them in a place
So now you are still going to use that one in this.
Yeah, even now I'm already using it, because if you use words, he won't talk back and he won't listen. But I just take my hand and I'm like, I'm talking to you, just lightly, to help him understand. You know what? I need to listen to my mom.
Yeah.
And he gets very naughty. Right now he's climbing on tables.
Yeah.
You tell him he's going to fall. He doesn't want to listen.
Yeah.
He wants to go outside.
Boys
even
are
when it's
naturally
cold.
naughty.
Yeah, so
Boys are naturally naughty.
yeah,
I think more than girls.
the girls
But
are.
but as I told you, you also have to, as a mother, you have also to move with the times.
True.
You have, okay, everything more. Oh, if it's moderate, it's okay. But
Yeah.
ours was not moderate.
There was no, even the neighbor
So you've
can
been told
beat
by
you.
your mother.
True, true.
You are on the streets. Somebody will come and tell you, "What are you
Yeah.
doing here? Why are you standing here?" Pa, you know, it was normal. We didn't take it like it never traumatized us.
Yeah, but even today, like, there are parents who wouldn't let you beat their child. As who? You can't touch someone
But
else's child.
I don't expect you to beat my child.
In
It depends. If I don't beat my child,
okay.
I don't expect you to beat my child.
True. Yeah.
But there are those parents who don't mind even the sister.
Disciplining the
You'll
child.
even they tell their children, you'll be beaten by Auntie
Yeah.
Nani, you know. So it depends.
Okay.
You have to respect the mother's what
Parenting style.
parenting style. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think the this younger generation needs that your daughter's generation didn't have?
They are moving away from our culture. They don't even know the language. They don't even know the, you know, they need to get back to, our culture was not that bad. But by the time as we turned up, our mothers had already erased the bad, okay, there were those bad extreme cultures. They had
Yeah.
already been erased. And we
Okay.
were brought up in also in a Christian way.
Okay.
So I think they should try to
Embrace their
because if you
culture.
don't know your heritage,
True.
you won't like yourself. You have to know who you are. Who are you? Yeah, now who are you?
Okay.
So when you know who you are, then you'll embrace yourself better, love yourself better, and you will not stand opinions from other people. And you know where young girls go wrong, they depend on people to tell them what to do.
Okay.
Or you have to do you. You have to be you and do you.
Okay.
So that, but you need to know who are you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you
And
can.
how would you know who you are? Yeah.
Okay. How have your kids softened you, or how have your grandkids softened you or challenged you?
The relationship between I don't know how I can explain it, because it is more compassion. You have that compassion.
Yeah.
You have that now empathy. You understand the children more than the mothers, because it is not now discipline. We don't discipline grandmothers. We don't discipline. We realize, by that age, you realize so many things that you went wrong, you know. Like, not wrong, but
You could have done better.
you realize those things were not important.
Okay.
Like washing your child every, hey, come, you are getting dirty. Our grandmother will leave the child to play in the mud and the
Yeah.
mud, because we know it's therapeutic or something
Yeah.
like this. So there are things you learn as you age.
Yeah.
And we allow the children to be.
Okay.
And happiness to a child is the most important thing, more than even education.
True.
Or even so we try to allow them to be children, to be, you know, to be happy and children, and
enjoy their childhood.
yeah.
True.
Don't treat a child like a grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you hope your daughter understands about the choices that you made back then?
As I told you earlier, she understood because of the situation that I moved to
So, you couldn't control the situation.
abroad because I was going for her. I was doing it for her.
Yeah.
But it never turned out that way, but I was
Okay.
doing it for her.
Okay.
And then at least we changed it
Okay.
into something positive, like, okay, stay there, go to the USIU,
Okay.
I pay. If I was here, how would I pay that
Yeah,
university?
it would have
Surely,
been quite expensive.
how would I pay?
Yeah.
So you go, I'll pay. You know, each of us have to do something for the other.
Okay.
We had that kind of
Understanding.
Understanding, yeah.
All right. And finally, what wisdom do you want your grandchildren to grow up hearing from you?
I would like my grandchildren. The most important thing, I would like my grandchildren to just like themselves and depend on themselves and, you know, have that empathy and compassion that runs in the family. And I would like them to be God oriented, like the grandmother or the mother or the, you know, and me. And I would like my children to work very hard, of course, in their lives and to depend on them, you know, to try and do what they really were supposed to do. God gave everybody a talent.
Yeah.
To follow that talent.
To identify
To
it
identify.
and follow
They
it.
should not live like we lived those days of you should be a doctor. Oh, you should, you know.
Yeah.
So you end up living your parents.
Yeah,
Most
true.
of in
'Cause
our
they're
time
the
it
ones
was
who
your
would force you.
so they'll force you to be a doctor, an architect, what. But maybe you are just an artist. So I would like them to embrace that. And I learned that abroad because abroad mostly they don't have it.
All right.
Artists are very well embraced. IT people are very well embraced. They prefer work, you know, they prefer handwork, and they put a lot of money in those schools to teach people art and handwork, and they prefer
more than medicine and
more than even they tell you, why are you going to the university? Go to this polytechnic and learn, because that's how they manage to have industries, to have those BMWs you see around and Mercedes. It is those people who went to polytechnic to learn how to use their hands. So they emphasize so much on that. I would like also in Kenya, please, to be like that, so that we can have industries. We start making machines. We start, you know, we are more theoretical.
Yeah,
we are not
focus
practical.
on this big idea of medicine. I think
we usually have a big problem when we move abroad because you are not practical. But in the class, the Kenyan is, the 2-3 Kenyans in the class are number 1, number 2. We are very clever in theory, but we are not good
practical.
So we should, I feel Kenya also should, or Africa should
embrace that.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've come to the end of our episode today. It's been quite a lovely chat, getting to hear the perspective of you parenting from far away, and then you parenting from here in Kenya and getting to parent your grandchildren.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you
and
for inviting me.
You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. And for our viewers back at home, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you for all the people who have subscribed. And for those who haven't, what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so the episodes don't pass you by. And if you haven't followed us on our socials, please do so on Raising Rain, on Instagram, and also on TikTok. And hope to see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.